What's up, y'all? Welcome. So if you're returning to the channel, appreciate y'all. If you're new, welcome to the channel. We're finally working on the 86. It's been a minute. A lot of goodies finally. So long overdue. We're finally putting LSD in this bad boy. A little background about the car. It was an SR5 automatic way back in the day. Then my brother and I converted it to manual, but it was still SR5. And then later on down the line, we converted it to a GTS. So disc brakes in the rear. And unfortunately, we still didn't have LSD. So instead of dealing with used LSD from Facebook Marketplace or OfferUp, we opted for a brand new Kaaz 1.5 LSD. This is actually a kouki LSD. And then we sent the Diff to Weir up north in NorCal to assemble everything. But while we were at it, we went from a 4.3 final gear to a 4.778. I think it's similar to the super rare TRD gear that used to exist. And of course, while we were there, we swapped axles. So what I have here is a zenki axle. So this is under 24 millimeters. And we upgraded to Weir's, I guess, beefier axles, which are pretty much 28 millimeters. Reason for that, I don't drift the car, but I just want to make sure everything's stout. Plus, we're already there, so might as well do it. So while Weir was assembling the diff, the final gear, the LSD, the lash, and everything, I sent the housing, the diff housing, to get cleaned and powder coat, so it's ready to go. Actually, I've already installed the seals, got ahead of myself. And then while we're at it, aside from this fantastic upgrade, which is long overdue, my brother, who's the owner of the car, he tried the manual brakes. We put the Chase Bay's brake booster delete on the car. He didn't like it, and that's okay. It's his car, and you want to drive a car that caters to your preferences and your comfort. So we went back to a brake booster, but while we were at it, we added a little bling to it. So we did change out the master cylinder for something new. And then we also installed the Technotoy master cylinder shield to keep temperatures away from the header itself. We put some heat sheathing over the actual hard lines. And then we also put a master cylinder brace to get a stronger feel on the brake pedal. So I think that's a good compromise. We're going away from the brake booster delete to power brake booster again. But I want that really good pedal feel. So I feel like the Technotoy master cylinder brace is going to help with that. But that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you enjoy it. We're going to dive into it, but it's time to get this car on the ground. It's been on jack stands for far too long. Isn't that kind of every project car? So let's get it. All right, so here's just a quick close-up of the differential. We sent it out to get powder coated, and then off camera, I prepped the mating surfaces just to make sure they were clean before putting RTV. Really nice black finish, better than that crusty, rusty look that was in the rear. Here's a close-up of the new axles from Weir, oversized. And here is a little close-up of the new one on the right, the zenki open diff on the left. The big difference is just the axle diameter, but they're so much beefier. I like them. And then we just kind of got started on assembling the actual rear end. We were using Honda Bond HT. I have great success with that. Used it on my RX-7, no leaks ever. And then we went forward and started installing the actual pumpkin to the differential housing. Tightened the bolts with the impact gun just to get started, and then went in with the torque wrench just to make sure everything was torqued to spec. Yeah, better safe than sorry. Cleaned up any of the excess Honda Bond. Then Caleb went in with a paint marker and marked all the bolts just as a sanity check. Then we moved our way to one side of the axle, or the differential, started putting Honda Bond there, and using brand new OEM Toyota hardware. My brother had lost these a long time ago, and they're kind of hard to come by. Luckily, I found them on Toyota, but they were so expensive. I think like 120 bucks, which is ridiculous, but I understand the importance of OEM parts. Then we proceeded to installing one of the axles, so kind of had to finesse it. Caleb was holding down the differential housing. We wanted to make sure everything aligned properly, and then a little love taps just to make sure it was going into the spider gear. And
slowly but surely, we started turning the axle and aligning the rotor dust cover or shield, whatever you want to call it, and making sure all the seals were lining up. And then we went to the other side of the differential and did the same thing. A little more Honda-Bond HT, a little more love taps, and here we have the full differential assembled. God, it looks so good. Can't even deny it. It looked way better than the crap that was in the car before. Then we started turning one side of the differential to make sure that the other side was spinning freely. I was pretty much looking for any type of like resistance in terms of something breaking. And then under the car we go, looking like Rogue from X-Men. And now we were just finishing up everything, putting the JSP squat brackets back onto the differential, putting on the coilover, panhard bar, sway bar, just torquing everything down, making sure everything was tightened correctly. And here is the differential. I bought an actual magnetic drain plug for this, just why not, right? And I bought new hardware for the drive shaft from Battle Garage, but essentially we were just spot checking everything, making sure everything was tightened. And here's the differential back where it belongs, but looking brand new.
We rolling, baby.
Twenty minutes later.
All right, so there's been a gap between when we actually finished the car and this outro, but overall the installation of the LSD, which I didn't assemble, I pretty much just put the pumpkin on, and then we put in the Weir axles, was straightforward. It was pretty much as easy as I remember. We got new seals, we got new hardware from Toyota to install everything. The challenge is that on the maiden voyage, as soon as I was pulling out of the garage, there was so much chatter in the rear end of the car. I honestly thought I broke the rear end, and I was shitting it because it wasn't cheap. So I drove it down to a local coffee shop, and it still sounded like crap. Luckily, Weir was really, really, really helpful. I sent him a video, and he's like, yeah, that's normal on the Kaaz 1.5 LSDs. So it's my first time having a clutch type LSD. I mean, this was an open diff to begin with. So essentially, what we ended up doing was my buddy Juan at J Auto was really helpful. He let me use his parking lot at night, and I did figure eights really, really slow. No, I wasn't doing no side show shit. Just really slow figure eights at low speeds to break in the LSD. So I did that for about 30 minutes, and then I drained the fluid, and then I put new fluid back on. So I went from the Kaaz gear oil that it came with to Torco gear oil. And I actually went up to, I think, 75 W140 just because I couldn't get the 75 W90, which was weird. And Weir recommended I added a gear oil additive, and I added enough so that the chatter went away. And since then, no issues. I rarely hear it. Actually, I don't remember the last time I heard it, which is a good thing. Let's see. Big takeaways now that we have the new LSD in there along with the different gear set. Driving on the freeway. I'm in fifth gear doing 80 miles per hour at 5,000 RPM. And I know what the solution is, changing the fifth gear on the T50 transmission. The thing is, T50 transmissions are rather fragile. So do I really want to throw that much money at it? But then again, there isn't really many options for the 8.6. Like, people put the Beams transmission. I think it's the J160. Those are really hard to source in the States. And then I've seen people put the BRZ GT86 transmissions. I think it's called Impulse. I can't remember. But getting that kit's expensive. So I'm just going to deal with it. I mean, to be honest, I've been enjoying the car. My brother drove the car to the barber shop, and he initially noticed that it's really grippy, just making a right and a left turn. It picks up since it's a really quick gear ratio, but for right now, it's summer here in Southern California. I'm not doing shit with this car. I, at times, will probably take it to 3-Spill Coffee and have a coffee, and even then, I'm tired. I'm getting unk status. But overall, it went pretty well, and then my brother was really happy with the brake booster, and we haven't had any issues since, so knock on Kevin Fiva. But that's a wrap. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Please hit that like, subscribe. If you're returning, I appreciate you. But this was quick and easy in terms of video length. In terms of the work, come on, guys. Come on. I know you. You know yourself. We both know each other. We're out.